Jesus is Lord has a question and says, help Mike. I need a Bible verse to help a Christian couple who are cohabitating and have 4 kids but don't want to marry. They say faithfulness is more important than marriage papers. You are a blessing. I personally would not I would not sweat them too much on this. I think it's better if they would get married in the eyes of the community. I would share, it wouldn't just be one verse, it would be lots of verses. When Isaac got married to Rebekah, did the community know about it? Was it acknowledged by the community, or was it some secret thing that only him and Rebekah knew about? Right, there was a public thing. When Jesus went to the wedding at Cana, there was a wedding at Cana, and they were celebrating. This was a public thing. This was meant to tell everybody about the union of these two people. It was meant to involve the community. Where on earth in Scripture do we see the example of people who are like privately like, we're married, shh, trust us? like you don't really see this as a category in Scripture. With the church and Christ, the greatest wedding in Scripture, there's this massive, huge, cosmic wedding ceremony. It's meant to be known. So I would just say it should at least be known. Wedding papers are one of the ways in which we make that known. But I would not, like I said, I would not sweat people on that. Like you're not really married if you don't have government papers that say you're married. So my question for this couple would be, are you saying you're married, but you don't have papers from the government? Or are you saying we're committed, but we're not married? And then it changes how I handle the scenario. There should be a public, known marriage commitment between this couple. I think that's the standard that we see exampled in Scripture over and over again. And it should be for life. It shouldn't just be we're just going to be faithful and that's good enough. It's like, no, this is commitment. It's not just an act of faithfulness. It's I've made a commitment. I made a promise, a vow that I'm going to carry through. So the papers, I wouldn't die on that hill of making people get government approval for it. I think it's smart. I think it's good, but I don't think it's necessary for it to be counting as a marriage.